Hello guys, hope you're all doing good. What are we going to do today? So today we are going to create our own VPC, our custom VPC, and in our custom VPC that we'll create, which will have typical this architecture, we are going to have a public subnet, a private subnet, and within it we are going to have a NAT, and we are going to launch an EC2 instance where we are going to host our website. So let's go on. In the previous lesson I showed you how to launch a MySQL database on a similar architecture, but it was mainly using a default VPC. Here we are going to create our own VPC, and so let me go to the console and go forward. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to create our VPC. So I go to my VPC. Okay, but with this architecture we are going to launch the VPC wizard in order not to create all these one step at the other, in order not to create the different subnet each at a time. The VPC wizard is us the task. So let me come and launch my VPC wizard. Okay, while being on the VPC wizard, we select this option that enables us to have a public subnet and a private subnet. Here we have the NAT Gateway, which will be in the public subnet. So I click on select. Okay, here is the address range that mostly in production environment they will be handled by the networking department that will just hand you the different address to place for the public or private subnet. But in our case we're going to use this, we are going to allow this address and go forward. So I'll name the VPC, let's say new VPC. Okay, so now here we go further, we allow everything as it is here. For the elastic IP we are going to create and allocate the IP, because you click here, it's a new VPC, you can see the IP that is present here. So what I do is this, I come here, I take back VPC, I open it in a new tab. Okay, okay, this page being open, we come to the top left bottom, click on elastic IP. Then there is no elastic IP address within us, so we allocate a new elastic IP. We're working in the US is 1, so we continue, allocate elastic IP. Okay, here is the elastic IP we are going to use. Okay, I can unselect this. Now you see it's going to appear here. Okay, I think when we come back to the creation of our VPC, it will now be present. Okay, you just have it here. I now click on create my VPC. Okay, this is going to take a little time. While it's loading, I will go to S3. Okay, let me come back here. I will go to S3 and we are going to create a bucket where we are going to display the website we are going to host. Okay, while being on S3, okay, let me say create bucket. Okay, let me name the bucket the template. Okay, everything been okay. I done enable versioning, I enable server-side encryption, and I create the bucket. Okay, the template bucket has been created. I open it. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop the code for the website, that I previously downloaded from free CSS. So this is why I downloaded the template. This is the actual template in question. Okay, now here is the template. It came in a zip format. I unzip it, so I just open it, I copy, and I paste it down. Preparing files. Okay, I upload. By then I think the creation of the VPC are still done. Okay, almost true. Here our VPC is already done. So what we're going to do is we're going to check the different settings. VPC created successfully. Okay, you can see here we have our default VPC provided by AWS, and we have a new VPC that we just created. So while being on a new VPC, we can check the subnets. It has automatically given the name public subnet and private subnet for the new VPC we just created. So that is for the new VPC. Okay, so here we have a public subnet. I just selected, so you can check. We have we don't have the auto assign IPv enabled, so we just as I've already selected it, we just click on action, modifying auto assign IP setting. I enable it and I save. Okay, that being done, we go to our root table. Okay, as you can see here we have our default root table provided by Amazon. So these are the two root table that our VPC, our new VPC just created. So what are we going to do? We just click here and we view the routes table, and in this routes table we have a NAT gateway. As on our architecture, NAT gateway is present in a public subnet. We are going to rename it, since we have the NAT gateway in the routes table. We just rename it public routes table. That being done, we come to the other routes table. We have the internet gateway. It's on the internet gateway. It's in a private routes table. It always stays in the private routes table. As you can see here, I did this small to identify myself, and you can also use these sticks in order to better understand the stuff. So I just rename it private. Okay, that's been done. What am I going to do next? So next, on my S3, the code has been loaded successfully on a Z template bucket. So now what we're going to do is we are going to launch an EC2 instance. Okay, let's go to EC2. As you can see, we have no running EC2 instance, so I just click on EC2. Then I launch instance. There's no running instance and no other running instance, I hope so. Okay, just to check, launch instance, we click on launch instance. It automatically selects the Amazon machine image for Linux and automatically select the T2 micro tool. So next, yeah, the network is on our default gateway, so I don't want to launch this EC2 instance in my default gateway, so I select the new VPC, or excuse me, I set gateway, but in my default VPC. So for the rule, I had a rule that I always use, I created since, but for this S3 and SM and SSM rule, you just create a rule where you enable S3 to drag code from EC2, so that isn't quite complicated. You can just Google it if you don't know how to do it. So for shutdown behavior, I terminate. Okay guys, here so because I don't want to log in to the EC2 instance to type all the code, all the code or commands that will yum update the EC2 instance. So what I do is that I have a predefined script that I use. So I copy this script. What this commands, what does it do? It will automatically update the EC2 instance as it will be created. You can see from the commands, and it will install the MariaDB and enable PHP and some other cool stuff. But as as for as I'm using as my code is posted but in Z template bucket, I just copy the name of my bucket. Oh, sorry. I just copy the name of my bucket. I come back while I was launching my Insta. I changed it here because this was for another bucket, and I paste it here for it to go and grab that code. So I click on storage. Okay, everything being okay. Yeah. Text, no, I just go forward. So yeah, you can check you have no security group because it's a new VPC that we've just created. All the default is present, so I will allow the SSH to communicate with my IP address, and I will allow the HTTP to communicate with from everywhere, and HTTPS to do same, source everywhere. So now I can let me just allow launch wizard 1, because after when we are going to tear down this VPC, it will automatically tear down the security group. So let me review and launch. Okay, everything being okay. I launch. I just I already have a key pair, but if you don't have one, you can create. It's not quite difficult. So I launch the instance. Okay, instance actually launched. So let me just be patient to have the so and so checks. Status check not defined. The instance is still initializing. The EC2 is initializing, so let's just be patient. Why that I just select this and I copy the DNS address. This address will enable us to view what is currently in our instance. So after using root 53, you can customize this address. So you are www.example.com, or else you just use it as we are doing a test here. So it's still initializing. Let me just actually. Okay, I just copy the DNS as I said. Okay, I come to a new tab and I paste it here. Okay guys, you can just see the template we just have downloaded and posted in our S3 bucket is now available running in our EC2 instance in a custom VPC. So this is our architecture. This is what we just realized. So in a previous video I did how to host a MySQL database with RDS and let it communicate with your EC2 instance, and now I just showed you how to launch a custom VPC with NAT and RDS. No, not RDS, with NAT and EC2 instance hosting a website. Quite simple. Okay, everything being done here. Don't forget to tear down because the NAT gateway is a little bit dear. I say dear. It costs I think 50 cents an hour. So don't forget to tear it down after finishing this. Okay guys, I think we are done for today. Thanks for watching. If you like, just click on the like button and follow. See you next time.